My fiancé said, I already married someone else for a green card, but it's just paper. I said, I understand. Then I called ICE's fraud hotline during her bachelorette party. Her paper husband confessed everything to save himself. I, 31 male, found out about my fiancée Camila's 28 little legal situation 6 weeks before our wedding. We'd been together 3 years, engaged for 8 months. She came to the US from Brazil on a student visa 7 years ago. We were filling out wedding vendor contracts when she dropped it casually, like mentioning she forgot milk at the store. Oh, by the way, there's something you should know. I'm technically married. I put down my pen. What? It's not real, just paperwork for my green card. I married Tiago 4 years ago, so I could stay after graduation. We've never even lived together. You're currently married, right now, as we plan our wedding. She laughed. Actually laughed. Babe, it's just paper. Everyone does it. Tiago's gay. He needed the money. I needed status. Win-win. The divorce papers are already filed. When were you planning to tell me? I'm telling you now. Besides, it never mattered. We'll be married for real soon. Camila, that's immigration fraud. That's a federal crime. She rolled her eyes. You're so dramatic. Half my friends did the same thing. It's basically just bureaucracy. The government doesn't care as long as you pay taxes. I sat there, processing. 3 years together. Living together for 2. Planning a $40K wedding that my parents were mostly paying for. And she'd been married the entire time. Does anyone else know? Just my family back home. And obviously Tiago. Oh, and my cousin Beatriz. She actually introduced us. She did the same thing with his friend. So there's a whole network of this. You make it sound so sinister. We're just people trying to live our dreams. Don't be so American about it. I didn't argue. Just nodded. I understand. She kissed me. I knew you would. You're not like those closed-minded people. That's why I love you. That night I did my research. Immigration fraud up to 5 years in prison. $250,000 fine. And deportation. Conspiracy to commit fraud. Additional charges. Both parties liable. Then I looked up Tiago on social media. Interesting. Very interesting. Update 1. The entitlement got worse after she thought I was cool. With everything. First, she started being careless. Tiago came over one night to discuss the divorce timeline. They spoke in Portuguese, but I understand more than Camila knows. They weren't discussing divorce. They were discussing how to extend the marriage another year to qualify for citizenship instead of just permanent residency. 5 years looks better than 4, Tiago said. Less suspicious. But I need to marry Reed soon. His parents are getting antsy about the deposits. So marry him. I'll stay married to you. It's not illegal to be married twice if one is in Brazil. That is illegal, actually, I said in Portuguese. They both froze. You speak. Camila started. Duolingo's pretty good these days. Tiago left quickly. Camila tried damage control. Baby, you misunderstood. I understood perfectly. You're planning to commit bigamy. It's not bigamy if. If what? If you don't get caught. She switched tactics. Tears. You don't understand what it's like. Being an immigrant. Always afraid. Never belonging. I did what I had to do. You have a master's degree in engineering. You could have gotten a work visa. Do you know how hard that is? Harder than federal prison. She stopped crying instantly. You wouldn't. Wouldn't what? You're threatening me. I'm stating facts. You committed fraud. That has consequences. She grabbed her purse. I need to think. She stayed at Beatriz's for 3 days. When she came back, she was different. Colder. I've talked to a lawyer, she announced. What I did isn't technically fraud because Tiago and I have a real relationship. We're friends. We file taxes together. We have a joint bank account. You what? For immigration purposes only. It's empty. Well, mostly empty. Mostly. We have to show activity. So we transfer money back and forth. I pulled up my laptop. Show me. She actually logged in. The account had $47,000 in it. Why is there $47,000 in your joint account with your fake husband? It's not. Okay, so Tiago's family sends money from Brazil sometimes, for his tuition. But he graduated already, so we just hold it. You're money laundering too. It's not laundering. It's just storage. The rabbit hole kept getting deeper. Turned out Beatriz ran a whole consulting business helping Brazilians with paperwork. She charged $15 per marriage arrangement. But here's the kicker. Camila expected me to still marry her. The wedding was in 5 weeks. Deposits paid. Guests invited. And she genuinely thought we'd just proceed as normal. We can have the wedding, she said. Just not legally. We'll do the paperwork after my divorce is final. A fake wedding. A real wedding. Just not legally binding yet. No one has to know. Your entire family flying in from Brazil doesn't know you're already married. She went quiet. Then. Actually, my mom thinks this is the wedding to Tiago. She doesn't know about you. I stared at her. What? I told her Tiago and I fell in love for real. It was easier than explaining. She's so traditional, she wouldn't understand. So at our wedding, your family thinks they're watching you marry another man. We can work around it. That's when I knew what I had to do. Update 2: The bachelorette party was this past weekend. Camila went full bridezilla mode despite the fact we were having a fake wedding. It needs to look real for the photos, she insisted. For my family. She had 12 people in her bridal party. Half were other Brazilian women in similar arrangements. They all thought it was hilarious that I was playing along. Reed, such a good sport, Beatriz told everyone at the pre-party dinner. Most American men are too uptight about these things. The night of the bachelorette party, they went to a club downtown. I knew because Camila's friend Larissa was live streaming everything on Instagram. Camila was wearing a future Mrs. Reed Thompson sash, despite being currently Mrs. Tiago Fernandez. That's when I made the call. ICE has a fraud hotline. It's right on their website. I had everything documented. Screenshots of the money transfers. The marriage certificate between Camila and Tiago. Our wedding invitation showing her marrying me. Text messages discussing the arrangement. Beatriz's Venmo transactions labeled consultation fees. Photos from Tiago's actual boyfriend's Instagram showing their real relationship. The agent took it all very seriously. Sir, are you willing to testify if needed? Absolutely. We'll begin an investigation immediately. I wasn't done. See, Tiago had a lot to lose. His family was wealthy back in Brazil. Legitimate businesses. Government connections. His father was some kind of judge. A fraud conviction would destroy them. So I sent Tiago a message. We need to talk. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. coffee shop on 5th. He showed up nervous. Reed, listen. No, you listen. ICE is investigating you. Both of you. Beatriz too. His face went white. You didn't. I did. But here's the thing. You're just accomplice who got manipulated, right? Camila masterminded this. Beatriz ran the whole network. You were just a struggling student who made a mistake. What are you saying? I'm saying the first person to cooperate gets the best deal. Usually. He left without another word. But I knew I'd planted the seed. That evening, Camila came home from her bachelorette weekend, glowing. Baby, we had the best time. The girls surprised me with a spa day and everything. Sounds fun. 3 weeks until the wedding. Mom's flying in Tuesday. She's so excited to finally meet Tiago in person. She laughed. I mean you. She's excited to meet you. Actually, she might get to meet both of us. What? My doorbell rang. 2 ICE agents and a federal marshal. Camila Fernandez. She looked at me, then at them. It's Camila Santos. Not according to your marriage certificate. You're under arrest for immigration fraud, document fraud, and conspiracy to commit fraud. The look on her face. The pure shock. Read. I shrugged. You said everyone does it. As they cuffed her, she started screaming in Portuguese. The neighbors came out. It was a whole scene. You destroyed my life. For what? Because your ego was hurt? No. Because you committed federal crimes and expected me to be your accomplice. Update 3. Tiago flipped immediately. Full cooperation. Gave them everything. Receipts, text messages. Even recordings of Beatrice coaching people on what to tell immigration officers. The dominoes fell fast. Beatrice arrested at her consulting office with $200K in cash. 12 other couples under investigation. 3 immigration lawyers disbarred. A whole money transfer business shut down. Camila's family arrived for the wedding to find her under house arrest with an ankle monitor. Her mom, Lucia, was something else. She showed up at my apartment screaming that I betrayed family. Family. I've never met you before. You were marrying my daughter. That makes you family. Your daughter was already married. To someone else. That's different. That was for papers. That's fraud. She tried to slap me. I stepped back and she hit my doorframe. Then she tried to guilt me. She'll be deported. You've ruined her life. She'll have nothing in Brazil. She has an engineering degree. She'll be fine. You don't understand our culture. Your culture includes lying to federal agents. Then came Camila's lawyer. Not an immigration lawyer. She couldn't afford that anymore with her accounts frozen. A public defender. He called me. Your testimony could make the difference between deportation and prison plus deportation. Okay. She's willing to make a deal. She'll plead guilty to lesser charges if you refuse to testify. No. She said you'd say that. She also said to tell you she has videos. Of what? Intimate videos. From your relationship. I laughed. Actually laughed. She's trying to blackmail a federal witness. Add that to her charges. He hung up. But Camila wasn't done. She posted on Facebook while on house arrest, genius move, that I was a xenophobic racist who couldn't handle marrying a strong Latina woman. Her friends ate it up. My inbox filled with messages calling me every name imaginable. Then someone found my LinkedIn. My employer got dozens of emails about their racist employee. I had to sit down with HR and legal. Showed them everything. They were unsympathetic to Camila. She committed fraud and is trying to blackmail you. My boss said, we'll handle the emails. You document everything for the FBI. Oh yeah, the FBI got involved once the money laundering element came out. Turns out that $47. Tip of the iceberg. Tiago's family was moving millions through various students. Final update. The trials were quick. Federal prosecution doesn't mess around. Beatrice got 8 years. She'd arranged over 50 fraudulent marriages, made nearly $1 million, and helped launder over $10 million. She tried to flee to Brazil but was caught at the airport. Tiago got 2 years suspended sentence and immediate deportation. His cooperation was extensive. He gave them everything. His father disowned him publicly. Posted in Brazilian newspapers that Tiago was no longer a Fernandez. Camila, she got 5 years. See, she didn't just commit immigration fraud. The investigation revealed tax fraud never reported the consulting income from helping others. Identity theft used someone else's SSN for a credit card. Money laundering helped move over $500 through various accounts. Witness intimidation. The blackmail attempt. At sentencing, she gave this whole speech about the American dream and how the system forces good people to make hard choices. The judge wasn't moved. Ms. Fernandez, you had every opportunity to immigrate legally. You chose crime. You involved dozens of others. You showed no remorse, only anger at being caught. 5 years. She screamed that I ruined her life all the way out of the courtroom. Her mom sent me a message last week. I hope you're happy. She's in federal prison. A brilliant girl in prison because you couldn't forgive. I replied, she's in prison because she committed multiple felonies. Forgiveness doesn't erase consequences. You could have just broken up with her. And let her do this to someone else. Let Beatrice keep running her scheme. Let millions in illegal money keep flowing. No response. The wedding venue kept my parents' deposit since it was past the cancellation date. They turned it into a family reunion instead. My uncle gave a toast. To Reed, who dodged a bullet. A federal crime-shaped bullet. My parents were mortified initially, then relieved. Dad pulled me aside. I thought she was too good to be true. Successful, beautiful, charming. Guess my instincts were right. Your instinct was that she was a criminal. No, that she was hiding something big. Nobody's that perfect without secrets. As for me, I'm in therapy. 3 years with someone who was lying about something fundamental. It messes with your head. My therapist says I did the right thing, but that doesn't make it easier. I still get hate mail from Camila's friends. Apparently, I'm the villain who collaborated with fascist immigration enforcement. One called me a race traitor. Which is weird, since I'm white and was just following the law. Last I heard, Camila's in federal prison. Will be deported after serving her sentence. Banned from ever returning to the U.S. Tiago's already been deported. Beatrice is fighting her case from prison. 12 marriages were annulled. Several people got plea deals for testifying. The money laundering investigation is ongoing. Someone asked if I regret it. No. She committed serious crimes, involved dozens of people, moved millions in illegal money, and then tried to blackmail me when caught. She expected me to just be okay with it. To become an accomplice after the fact. The entitlement to think I'd risk federal prison for someone who'd been lying to me for 3 years. Who was actively planning to commit bigamy. Who told her family I was someone else entirely. She played stupid games with federal law. She won federal prison. Cool? Cool. P.S. to everyone saying I should have just left, she was committing ongoing crimes. I had knowledge of federal crimes. Not reporting it could have made me an accomplice. Once she told me, I had no choice. PPS Tiago sent me a message from Brazil. Just said I'm sorry. You were right. At least someone learned something. Edit stop asking for the videos she threatened me with. They don't exist. It was a bluff. Even if they did, revenge porn is a crime. Edit 2 no, I'm not dating anyone. Trusting people's a bit tough right now. Therapy is helping though. Edit 3 for those asking, yes, this is legal. Reporting crimes isn't illegal even if you're engaged to the criminal. And no, there's no snitching on your fiancé exception to immigration law.